G'day comrades and subscribers. So, it's about time we tried the Robotron KC87, try and load some software I think. Obviously this is the case, so I've had it all stripped and all cleaned. Now it's just a matter of getting it all back together. So this is where the power supply would go. I'm not going to put the power supply in because obviously it doesn't work. I'm just going to use the mean well for now. I think I know you guys want me to fix it. I can attach a light bulb in series if I can find a incandescent light bulb. But I'd much rather use a reliable power source for the computer rather than, you know, having some sort of dodgy thing. So I'll try and remember how everything went. So that's the expansions went in there, motherboard went in there, power supply went in there. So I need to have some sort of cable there with a DIN 5 so I can get the power in, and then also get the video out, the baseband video out. So I need to do a little bit of work there, and then probably make the cassette cable so that I can play the WAV file from the computer and load it. So see how we go. So first, I think, if you recall, this strapping here is where we take the baseband video signal into the RF modulator here, and then obviously we've got the RF modulated output to this here. So that's no good to me, so that's riveted onto there. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is unscrew this and then drill out those two rivets so that I can perhaps put an RCA socket on there if I've got one spare. Maybe reuse this wire if it's long enough, because basically I'll need to get it over to here. Just wonder whether it's worth going underneath. Yeah, alright, let's see. I'll figure something out. I've got it removed. I always say that I'm going to drill these out, but I end up just using my side cutters just to cut it. Anyway, so that's the original. That's been removed. This is my little L bracket here. So this is what I've got handy. It's what, 4:30, 4:30 on Sunday afternoon. So I can't be bothered making a dash to J-car, but that seems to fit. So that's the plan. Stick that on there and then screw this up really tight like so. Get that out of the way, come on. I'm going to just keep that up there, I think. Tighten it up. Anyway, tighten it up properly. So there's my RCA out for the baseband video. Screw that back onto there, and then I just need to run the wire across to here. So I don't know. I could maybe reuse this, although the thing is I don't really need ground as well. I just need the signal. I can get ground anywhere. So I don't really need this shielded cable. Anyway, I'll figure that out. So for loading, so I'll put it all together, make sure it still works, and then so for loading cassette, so the machine, well, the power supply and the machine itself has got ±5 volts and ±12 volts. Now the original machine, the ZC9001, I think it needed all 4 voltages, but I was able to boot this up on just ±5 and +12. So I'm hoping that's all I need for cassette as well, because sometimes I use an op amp. I don't know if, I think this might be the cassette section down here, I'm not sure. They use, say, an op amp. I recognise this part. But yeah, so use an op amp, I guess, so sometimes they need plus and minus voltages to amplify the very weak cassette signal, although I'm playing a WAV file so I can blast it. So I'm hoping I don't need the -12 volts. I'm hoping that's only required for the serial port, which I don't really care about at the moment. Anyway, so let's get this video all back and sorted and get it in its case and see if it still works. Alright, I think we're ready to test. I've got it plugged in, ready to go. Now I can't capture it through the video capture. It doesn't seem to like the signal. So this is probably not the ideal. Maybe I need to add a buffer or something, but let's see. It should, if I power on. Yeah, cool. So, still working. Right, now to get it back into its case. Greetings from Monday. So, this thing has been driving me effing insane. So the East Germans decided to use two types of screws on this machine. So we've got both. I've only got two left to do internally. Well, they use the normal flat-headed, but they also used these these hex bolts as well. They're pretty much identical screws, so you can interchange them. But when I was looking back at the video that I took when I was disassembling this machine, they used the hex bolts internally for the insides of the machine, and it's been driving me absolutely insane trying to get this one and this one, these last two, done, because I've got my iFixit here with my thingamajig. The problem is, okay, it's not going to do it now, is it? Because I did put some Krapton tape inside, but my dad, who's a retired aircraft maintenance engineer, told me the trick to do is to use Blu-Tack. So the problem is I've been putting that there, and you've got a little washer as well that needs to go on, but there's barely anything showing on the end. As a result, I've not been able to. Of course, the flathead screws go in perfectly. So I've got basically two left. So my dad said to use some Blu-Tack. Stick some. So I managed to find some. I haven't used it for ages. My South African wife, calls this press stick, which I think is probably more of an English term. Let's see if it's still viable. So Dad said, basically, just stick it in the end there, which should hopefully. Okay, that's looking a bit better. It's more exposed now, and then like that. I don't know, maybe that might even hold the washer on. Okay, so what I've been needing to do to finish off the internal is we've got so this is the expansion cage here, so it needs to screw down onto the PCB and then also onto the metal case, and that's been the problem. Let's get those out of the way. Let's see if this will now work. Ah, dear. I thought this would go quite quickly and then I could load some software. It's just not taking. Oh, it's done. It's done. Perfect. Oh, finally. And Dad actually said that the Blu-Tack would come out, but I don't mind. I don't mind. Finally, I was doing. It's about, what time is it now? I just got to wake my iMac up. Oh, the keyboard said, what is it? 9:15 at night. I was doing that this afternoon, and I was sweltering away. All right, because I've done everything else. So this is the final one up in this top corner here. There, I can see it now. So again, I've got the Blu-Tack in there. Oh, perfect. Okay, put the washer on as well. Let's see. Oh my God. Done. Oh, you know how long I spent trying to get those in? All I needed to do was put a bit of Blu-Tack. Dads are awesome, aren't they? So, and I don't really care if I can't get, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it out. Oh, perfect. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, it's Monday the 23rd today, which means that tomorrow, normally, traditionally, we have tiger prawns for lunch, for Christmas lunch. And it was always just like, how many prawns, because they sell them by the kilo. How many prawns should we get? So this is my little travel book. I haven't used this for a while. So this is all my travels and things like that. How long it used to take. And this is when I used to do a lot of photography as well. So whenever we do traveling, I used to take my cameras and try and get up early in the morning to get photos of the sunrise or Milky Way, things like that. But Road Town, yeah. Madura Wagga, Port Vila, Vanuatu, places where I stayed and checked out. Hunter Valley, Townsville, the entrance, okay, the Crab Shack in Wellington Hamilton. I was there for a while. Okay, oh, Christmas, okay. So Christmas 2017. So we've got 2.034 kilos at basically $40 a kilo. So it was $81.34. That gave us 66 prawns. So I think the average was 31 grams each. When we shelled them, there was roughly 45% meat. So from the 2.034 kilos, we ended up with about 920 grams of meat once we got rid of the head and all the shells and stuff. So 66 prawns. So they were basically... So 66 prawns at $40 a kilo, they're basically $1.23 each. Final weight, 64 prawns. Oh, we've gone from 66 to 64. I must have eaten to 815 grams, plus 24, okay. And after lunch, we had 31 prawns left. Okay, that's the thing, it's like, how many prawns are we going to eat? Well, we love prawns, and we normally only have them for Christmas. All right, so 7 years ago, we got 2 kilos. We ended up with roughly 1 kilo of meat, and we had about half of them left. So we had about half a kilo left. And this is Heather Bray Prize, very nice. Clarence River. Where was that? Okay. Anyway, all right. So 2018, we got 3 kilos. All right, so 941 grams and 973 grams, so 39 prawns, okay. All right, it's Christmas 2020, we got 1.56 kilos at $27 a kilo, so it was actually quite, yeah, so 2017 we paid $40 a kilo, 2020 we paid $27 a kilo, it varies. And we ended up with 79 prawns, so 664 grams peeled. So, yeah. So I'm not sure tomorrow. We go to Woolworths in the morning. Might get... Depends on how much it costs. Yeah. And I was saying to my wife, oh God, should ask them what the average weight of their prawns so I can figure it out. Anyway. Right. So, finally got all the internal screws done. That was an amazing trick that my dad taught me. Now I can get the side done. I don't know what ran in here. Let me just tip this over. Okay, it was a washer. So I think everything is done. Now I can reattach the sides. Yeah, I would say they're... I'm not a fan of putting East German computers back together from my experience. Right, I shall continue putting this back together, and then hopefully next time you see me, we're trying to load some software. Alright, so I think we're getting there. Anyway, other interesting thing is that it only came with 2 of its feet, which is this one here. But they use 2 of the same standoffs or feet for the power supply, so I can just borrow those because I'm not using the power supply at the moment. And then I can stick these on the bottom of the machine. Now, I'm just trying to remember how it all went back together. So that slid onto there. That slipped into maybe one of these things needs to be at the end too. Actually, all right, I'll figure this out. Right, the machine's all back together. Let me just start recording. So I've got it powered on. One thing I've noticed is that the text video output seems to get brighter. So at the moment it's pretty dim. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, there has to be some sort of transistor or something. I press reset. Okay. It's still pretty dim in my eyes, but I think it's slowly kind of getting brighter. It's definitely brighter now, yeah. Almost like the machine's warming up. That looks pretty bright now. Wasn't as dim as before. Okay. So let's try going into basic. Okay. Enter. Memory end. Okay, I don't know, say 4000. There we go. Alright, so let's type a quick program. Let's see if it'll... Oh, no. That's delete. Delete never seems to work on Eastern Bloc computers for some reason. Or did I go shift delete? No. So, alright, cursor. So I just go print. Okay, print. Test. Okay. And then semicolon. Okay. Alright. Go to 10. Okay. Let's list that out. Right, okay, so it's expanded the question mark to the full print. Alright, so, okay, there's a run button. There we go. Okay, so that's basic. Stop. Oh, there we go, that's pretty easy. How do I get back to the OS? I don't think there's an exit, is there? I have to read the manual. So I guess just press reset. Okay. So I think once I get the tape thing sorted, I just type load, do I? Start tape. Okay. In English as well. Alright, so let's get the cassette cable made. Stop recording there. Finally, time to make the cable for the magnetophone. So it looks like, so it's a 5-pin DIN as standard. I've got, I bought 3-pin DIN especially for this sort of thing, something different. So, pin 1 is output, pin 3 is input. So that's what pin 1 Ausgang, Eingang, yeah, Eingang to the CD player is Ausgang from the computer. So I want to make sure pin 3 is what I'm sending from the computer, and I'm going to add an additional plug to it so that I could record, I think, as part of the video, record the audio of the tape. So I'll give that a try as well. Okay. I'm not going to film the whole thing. I've made so many cable making videos. It's pretty standard. Back in a tick. Finally. G'day comrade subscribers. So let me just start the screen capture. Okay, so the first thing I noticed, I can make the increase the screen brightness by resetting the machine a few times. So this is power on, 1 reset, 2 resets, and the screen I think is brighter. I don't know if it gets any brighter than this. But yeah, so I don't know, is that a feature or is that a bug? All right. Anyway, so I found out what I was doing wrong with loading. Well, before when I was trying to do loading, I wasn't getting any response at all. So, which normally you should get some sort of error, like I've got the volume too low, so it hasn't been able to pick anything up, or you know the data's incorrect, so you'll get a loading error. So I was doing load, start tape, okay, then I start playback in Audacity, and then waited, and nothing happened. Thing is, you're supposed to press enter again once you've started the tape recorder. So let me, in this case, alright, I'm trying to load R+OTHELLO _ SSS. I've got the playback level set to 70%. So I press enter, then press play on Audacity. I've been getting a couple of different errors. Bad record or record not found. Record not found. So I'm going to have to look up these errors. It's still playing. So that's at 70%. So I don't know if the file is incorrect. So let me just put it up to 80% and retry. So I just press enter again. Press enter. So I've converted the files from TAP to WAV file. Record not found. Let me stop that again. Using Perl script that's related to these machines. So I don't know if the WAV file's okay, or whether there should be a header or something like that. So I'm thinking maybe I might try and find another generic tap to WAV to see if that generates a different sort of WAV file. But I'm making progress. So at least it's doing something. Yeah. So hopefully later today. Let me just stop that. Let's see. Okay, I've been going about it all wrong. So I've translated another section. We have this boss error, record not found. So that indicates that I used the wrong file name. So you can't just load the next program on the tape, it seems. You need to specify the actual file name, which is a bit annoying. And so I've been trying to load, for example, Othello, but it looks like it's a basic program. So I need to start basic and then load it. The problem is, so this is the instruction manual for the original ZC or Z9001, which you had to load basic from tape. This is the KC87, which has got basic in ROM. So it's a bit different. But I think I've figured out, so for example, how to load Othello, which is a basic program. So obviously I need to go into basic first. So let me just start recording. Okay, so basic, like so, memory end. Okay, this is something I need to look at. I haven't figured this out entirely yet. So let's just try 9. Okay, about 15k free or whatever. Right. So now that I'm in basic, because this gives the example of Othello, which I've got. So it says here, C-load Othello in quotes. So it says here, for example, if you want to load a machine program, you only have to specify the name and then press enter. So I'm typing load thinking I'm loading code, but it's looking for a machine code program called load. So let's try this. So Othello is a basic program, so I'm in basic. So I need to go C, load. Okay. And I've got Othello. I know this isn't going to work because I've been doing some practice. Okay, press play. And then, okay, so after about 6 or 7, so it's read the header, and you can see here that it says R+OTHELLO. So that's the actual file I was loading. So to load that, I'll have to go. So R+OTHELLO. All right. Try again. Okay, no IO error. Yes, now it's loading. The other interesting thing, it says that when you're loading, like say, a machine code program, you're supposed to listen for the start tone and then you press enter. So it's a bit clunky. It says, however, when reading basic programs, enter should only be pressed when the pre-tone indicating the start of the program is heard. Although this seems to be working okay now. So anyway. Alright, file found. So it's loaded. So let's do... Oh, we've got a list button here. Heim computer, Robotron Z9001. Spiel. Brett Spiel. Okay. So this is version 1. Alright, so... Oh, okay. So that's neat. It pauses when you for every screen. Although it's less than a screen. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's stop that and let's run. Okay, R+OTHELLO. Don't know what the R+ means, but anyway, Robotron or something. Enter. Brett Spiel, Othello. Alright, Sie spielen mit 0. Okay. Schwierigkeitsstufe. Schwierigkeitsstufe. I don't know. 1 or 2. I go. Alright, 1. Möchten Sie beginnen? Ja oder nein? Oh. Nein. Okay. Ich denke. I'm thinking. I assume. Alright. Hey, but it's running. It's running. So this is a basic program, not a machine code program. So maybe that's the problem with the machine code programs is, yeah, you need to type the actual name of the file, not load. Dum da da dum dum. Where does this come from? Oh, okay, it's made Können Sie setzen. Oh, what does that mean? Ja or nein? Okay, ja. Ihr soll bitte, Zähler. Or something about please. Alright, so on the zeros. So I got pretty good on the Radio 86 arcade version, I thought. Well, I thought I did anyway. Let's go 5, 6. Okay, it's numbers and numbers. What do I do here? 5. Okay, Zähler and Spalte. So one will be row and column, I guess. So is that row? I'm assuming that's row, and maybe this is column. Otherwise, I've got it around the wrong way. Okay, row and column. Got it. Okay, it's doing something. Ich denke. Alright, so that's how to load a basic program. Won't go too far through this game. This video's taken long enough to make. There is a RAMTEST. There was a RAMTEST program, which I know is in assembly. So I might see if I can try and load that. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work. Obviously, you can't test all of the RAM. I'm going to have to find out what this means. I don't know what that means. Do I want to skip a go or not? Maybe. I'll have one more go, yeah? Okay, so row. Let's go. Let's go row 7, column 7. Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to get. Oh, okay. So if I was them, I would go. I've given them the corner. 8, 8. Oh well. Anyway, let's reset that. And okay, let's see. I don't know what this program's called. RAMTEST. Actually, I've got the tap file here. Let's have a look at the tap file. RAMTEST.com. So it might just be RAMTEST. Let's just try, see if we can load it by typing RAMTEST. Okay. RAMTEST. Okay, start tape. Pressing play. So this was loading at 70% playback level. Oh, okay, it's loading something. Very interesting. Okay, done. Hey, cool. All right, so there we go. That's how you load a machine code program. RAMTEST Anfang. I don't know. Yes? No? Yeah? I haven't read the instructions. I don't know. Do I type a number in? Oh, start and end? Fangulo. That's going to be a... Oh, I should have read the instructions. Alright, I don't know. Because what... Can I start from 0 and go to... I need to look up the memory map. I don't know what the memory map is. Alright, what about... Block length. F. Zuvia. Oh, really? Oh, sorry. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to stumble through this. I need to read the instructions first. Let me just stop that. So there we go. How to load a basic program, how to load a machine go program. Wasn't too difficult after all, but you just need to know the program names, which you can find out from the tap file anyway. Thanks for your patience. Happy New Year. Hopefully next year's going to be better. And I will talk to you guys next year. Bye for now.